Hello everyone, welcome to another Tom's video. So today we're taking a look at mono green natural order combo deck in Tom's format. So last time I mentioned a card that I kinda wanted to play, which is this card called Bristlebane Battler. This is a 2-mana card where it starts with 5 -1/-1 counter, and every time a creature comes out of the battlefield, it removes that counter, and it grows all the way up to a 6/6 stats with Trample and Ward 2. So there's a pretty nice combo here if you pair it up with something like a Springheart Nantuko. A lot of the times when you Springheart Nantuko, the creature that you tuck it underneath usually dies, but Bristlebane Battler having 2 ward is actually pretty sick because it can protect the Nantuko from dying. So the combo goes like this. If you play a land, you can make another Bristlebane Battler, which is going to trigger the Battler in removing a counter, or you can just make another token into triggering the Battler as well, removing a counter. But this way you can kind of naturally build an army of Battler, which is really good. But the whole point of this isn't really to support the Battler, but rather to protect the Nantuko. The Bristlebane Battler growing is just a bonus in this case, because we are a natural order deck. The fact that the Battler is protecting the Nantuko means that you're going to be generating a bunch of 1/1 tokens, and once you do that, you can natural order for a Craterhoof Behemoth, or a copy of a Galta if you have a Behemoth stuck in your hand, and you can hit your opponent for lethal damage. Outside of that, we're also playing a card from last set, Badgermole Cup. The reason why we are playing this is because getting to 8 mana with the Badgermole Cup is not outside of expectation. The Badgermole Cup generates a lot of mana, especially when we are playing 8 copies of Mana Dorks, and Badgermole Cup itself is considered kind of a Mana Dork as well, since it can Earthbend 1. So once you have enough Mana Dorks on the battlefield with the Badgermole Cup, you can even go like Hardcast, Craterhoof Behemoth, or you can just tutor for the Behemoth using Green Sun Zenith. Or we also have 2 copies of Formidable Speaker that can also tutor for a Behemoth as well. So hang set, I'm gonna be hopping over to some Thomas Special 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop on her. Oh no, no 1-drops. I think I'll try it because this is my first game. I feel like it's a great hand, but you know, no 1-drop. Mono... It's not mono red. Okay, it's a mono red that's playing Amped Raptor. Since opponent could have, you know, Magus the Moon, so I'm just gonna play out the fetch land here instead of holding on to it for the Nantuko. Since we don't really know what's gonna happen, you know. Okay, another one comes down. Let's actually do this. It seems like they have something. Okay, sure. Could have waited on my turn, blah blah blah, but I thought it was gonna be okay. Now they could strip mine me twice? Oh. Are they dead? Craterhoof is 5 damage, right? It gets a +1/+1 for each creature. So that's 9. Yeah, okay, so I'll just go for it. Oh, no, I create actually 1 more, so they're dead. Okay, interesting mono red. It's a little bit more burn style, it seems. I'm gonna have 2 cups of Force of Vigor. 2 Dismember. And maybe a copy of Abrupt Decay as well. I think Grist is slow. I'm gonna go down on a copy of a Chrome Mox and maybe the Formidable Speakers here. I could see myself just not having a Weary Zone Guard, actually, and have Formidable Speakers instead. I think it's a little bit more flexible that way. I can cut the Chrome Mox because we're already running like 24, which is quite a lot for having a lot of mana dorks. Potentially, maybe I can also go down a land since I'm going second. I should have actually cut Shifting Woodland instead. My opponent may have disconnected, maybe? Oh, I think they're here. I think they just got back. Oh, interesting. With this hand, I can go Badger Mole Cup into a natural order. Like, almost immediately, right? Maybe opponent's still disconnected. Man, I have such a cool hand though. Like, turn 1, Chrome Mox on the Battler, and then play the Badger Mole Cup, and then turn 2, I play Natural Order into Aatroxa. Man, cheesecake for the win. Right. We have a much normal looking hand this time compared to the first match. The first match we had a natural order almost every single time. Alright, so we got an energy player here. Alright. So I can go Badger Mole Cub. I'll make the Forest. I'll have 2 mana left over. I can play these 2. Yeah, we're just waiting for a natural order here. We win the game if we draw a natural order. Or Green Sun Zenith. Maybe, actually. We have 10 mana. A natural order would be preferred because I don't have to go Aatroxa. Maybe it's still a win if I go Craterhoof Behemoth for X equals 8. If I draw natural Green Sun Zenith. Okay. Actually, do I still win? No, we want to tap this, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 mana. Actually. Like, so I can't go Formidable Speaker into Craterhoof Behemoth. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 7 mana here. No! That is so sad. I'm not gonna show Formidable Speaker into Crater Hope because they'll know what's going on then. So hopefully our creatures don't die and we win next turn. That's kind of the plan here. They're playing Temple Garden. I hope nothing crazy happens. I really hope so. Charlasara? The thing is, they are gaining a lot of life, right? So I can't block. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough damage. Like, especially if they strip mine. It's not gonna do it, right? Should I have just played it? Well, I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough damage, but we'll see. Like, only 3 creatures are attacking, so I am not sure if I have the damage here. I don't think I have enough damage. 25... 35... Did I have damage? Couldn't they just have blocked with everything? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they block this, they take 22? They would have taken 22 here. And they're gonna be left with 3 creatures. 1 in the air and 2 cat tokens. Certainly not dead, but they don't have lethal either. So if they didn't scry into some relevant spell, maybe they lost. Can't really say. Alright. I think Grist is a bad card here. The Warrior's Own Guard is okay. They are playing 3 colors, so maybe the Warrior's Own Guard. The Strip Mine Loop can do some work here, but not 100% sure either. I think I'm gonna cut a Shifting Woodland. Maybe I'm gonna cut the Shifting Woodland entirely from the deck. We got double removal spells into Badger Mold Cup into Natural Order. Not a good draw, obviously. Opponent actually might be playing Renin 6. Yeah, they actually might be playing Renin 6 here. I'm gonna play the Madrimal Cub. Since I can natural order into Aatrox next turn, potentially. Man, Badgermo Cup is actually so insane in this deck. Like the fact that it creates another creature onto the battlefield, it's just so good. Alright. Really? I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I think I'm just going to leave up a Dismember instead of Strip Mine. Oh, it's a Val combo deck. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Yeah, that actually makes so much more sense. Right, enchantment. Creature. Land. Let's actually grab a Yabi Maya. Oh, no. We should grab a fetch land for the Nantuko plus a Battler combo, right? I mean, I could just Nantuko this as well if I want to just draw a bunch of cards. But I kind of want to do this combo. Tralasara. Okay, so this requires a red source, so I should get rid of a commercial district no matter what this turn. So no matter what, I'm doing this. Battler. I guess I can't really... I guess I have to wait for next turn if I want to do anything with the Battler here. Since I want to save the land for the Nantuko to come down before I play this land. Alright, GG's. Alright. Looks decent. Right, I think I'm gonna be playing the Hierarch first. Oh, it's a subtlety. Sure. We're looking at a Belcher? Seems like it. Oh, it's a Grindstone. It's a Grindstone deck. They have a counter spell. A 0-mana counter. So what should I do here? Grindstone into Painter's Servant. Okay. We drew way too many lands this game. Yeah, unfortunately. Couldn't really play the game. Couldn't really play the game here. Bit unfortunate. Bit unfortunate. Oh, they have a second Flare of Denial. Very good hand. Oh, right. Let's have an Elusive Shepherd. We're gonna have a Thoughtseize, Disruptor Flute, and a Force of Vigor. Abrupt Decay. I don't think I need Dismember. Do I? At least I don't think so. Do I, actually? Maybe I do. There's a lot of cards I'm bringing, though. I'm gonna try with the without removal spells. I think I'm gonna cut the natural order plan. I think we can just win with the creature plan. We can cut some lands because opponent doesn't have opponent's not gonna play any strip mines. All right. So they got Grindstone plus Painter's Servant. I don't know which one's more important to get rid of here. Get rid of Painter's Servant because I don't have removal spells, right? Okay. Pretty good. Seems like they just found the subtlety. Maybe I should have actually, what should I do with this? I think I'm just gonna shuffle it away. I think land is better right now. Like, if I just find the land, it's actually better. Since that'll let me go directly into natural order. I hope I do. I hope I do. It's not really working here. All right, there's that land. And we have a natural order next turn, and we win the game. Okay, so it was like a Belcher deck at the same time, right? This is actually a good information that opponent showed me. I don't know why they did. So maybe I should have more Force of Vigor. If that's the case. Okay, we have a Badgermole Cup with the Strip Mine this time. So they have a Painter Servant and Grindstone yet again. They have a Mana Drain. So they're probably going to be shocking this, right? Let's grab a Grindstone. Okay, so what's the play here? Maybe the play here is actually pass a turn. And then wait for a better turn with the Badgermole Cup and the Strip Mine. Huh. Okay, that's scary. Force of Vigor. Unfortunately, I don't think we can wait on this Badgermole Cup anymore. So, yeah, unfortunate, but looks like it has to be done. So we have a clock now, and if they play the Painter Servant, we can force a Vigor. That's actually really good, by the way. And I wanted to play the Force of Vigor, right? They're really not playing anything. Ah, if I just played the Nantuko last turn, that would have been sick. Just missed the mark. Like an idiot. Okay, so we have a Ponder coming out. I don't think I have to use a Force of Vigor here. It'll just incentivize opponent to keep shocking themselves, you know, for 3 damage. Painter Servant. This is 3 to activate, right? Alright, GG's. At least, I think they're dead. Okay, bit hard to navigate there. Bit hard to navigate. It was bad for us because we are mono green, which means we don't have that many removal spells. So in our case, it was actually kind of tough for us. Against like most decks, I think this deck will probably be kind of bad in my opinion because the Painter Servant can just be like Fatal Push non-stop or Swords of Plowshare. Alright. Going first with a pretty nice hand. Meticulous Archive. I could go Grist here immediately. We're playing against the Up the Beanstalk deck. I think I might actually go for the Grist here. Since it could be a Solitude as well. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, they definitely have something. For sure. Oh, wow. They got me. I didn't think it would be a Containment Priest after seeing a Beanstalk up the Beanstalk. That's my bad. Planes into Up the Beanstalk. So if I keep that land, I play the Weary Zone Guard, get back a land. I'll have 3 mana left over, which isn't enough to cast the Natural Order. I could just Natural Order though. How much is Natural Order damage? I'm attacking with 3 creatures. So 9, 10. It's 15 damage. I could Aatroxa. I think I'll Aatroxa actually. Oh. It was Force of Negation. Quantum Riddler. I should have just played the Weary Zone Guard there. I hope they don't have another one. Also, because opponent fetched like this, I don't have to worry about like a counter spell other than a Force of Negation. Wow. That is greedy. In this economy? Is it a Badger Mole Cup or... I think I still prefer Mana Dorks here. Artifact. We didn't hit an enchantment, which is kind of rough. Which creature do we want? I guess we want Badger Mole because we found a Green Sun Zenith. Aww. That's pretty good. Let's go with the Horizon Guard this time. Shifting Woodland. So we're missing an enchantment or artifact in the graveyard for the Shifting Woodland to be active. We also haven't found any strip mines, which is not very good. Well, speaking of strip mine, this Green Sun Zenith for X equals 8 isn't even good because it's only attacking with the Craterhoof Behemoth, right? I'll be attacking for 10 damage. I mean, maybe that's good enough. Haha, okay. Yikes. The opponent popped it into a Ponder. Okay, well, Natural Order or Craterhoof Behemoth Waiting Room. Nantuko. Nantuko's not bad. Whenever land you control enters, create a token that's a copy of that creature. What happens if you copy Underground Mortuary, by the way? So I should have actually gotten rid of this Sanders Lounge. That's my bad. I almost never play against ley line binding in Timeless, so it's been a long time. They didn't play anything. A Solitude. I think even if a natural order comes down, I don't think I can win, even with this Critter Hook Behemoth. I'm not sure if I can win with the Wary Zongars either, honestly. But we shall see. Like, the thing is, we are relatively healthy, and I don't know how many like creature removals they have. It's weird that they play Containment Priest in this deck, by the way. Very weird. I'll probably surrender if they kill this Wary Zongar here. Okay, we have no chance. Right, their deck has a million creature removals, so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Million of them. Also, Force of Negation, Force of Vigor seems pretty good against opponent. I'll have double Thoughtseize. Let's go with this. Okay, this is actually not the worst hand I've seen. I can go Strip Mine, Thoughtseize, Chrome Mox on the Aatroxa, play the Wary Zone Guard. Pretty good. So we're just gonna get rid of their removal spells. And then we're going to get rid of a Strip Mine here. The thing is, they have a double Flooded Strand, so it's definitely not over. I can force one of the lands to go away with the double Strip Mine, though. I think I'll probably do that. Oh, that's pretty good. Wasted a Strip Mine for nothing. I actually got so blown out because they top decked the removal spell, but it's kind of to be expected when half their deck is a creature removal. You know? Not the time to be drawing Galta, my friend. It's kind of a worst case scenario because if they find a land, they can Felia, Quantum Riddler. So yeah, this is not looking good. Graph Digger's Cage. We're looking for another Wary Zone Guard potentially. What is the best card we can draw here? I take 8. Even if I draw a land and play this, I'm just dead, right? Alright, GG's. Right. Let's go with the Hierarch first. Okay, so this is mono red. No Ancient Tomb. That is definitely very, very annoying, isn't it? There's a good chance opponent has a Fury, though. I think I should probably go Strip Mine. I know if I play the Delighted Halfling, I can just go Natural Order. But I think opponent has a Fury. I think they just drew this. Okay, we got a Wary Zone Guard. That's actually really, really good. Yeah, like I said, I think opponent might have a Fury, so we'll see. Okay, thank God. Force of Vigor and Dismember. And we want to play Abrupt Decay as well. I'm just not sure about like Thought Seizes and stuff. I could also play the Elosaurus Shepherd to get through the Chalice, but I think it's a little bit too narrow. Like if I had Green Sun Zenith, I think I would be probably going for something else anyways, instead of grabbing a 1-mana card. Well, we are going second this time. Gonna get rid of a Shifting Woodland. Let's go with this. Let's try that. I'm very hesitant to cut like mana dorks, but because of the chalice, maybe it's actually okay. I mean, this is basically 5 lands. An opponent kept everything. We'll go with this. Three mana card coming out on turn 1. Magus. Okay, let's see what they do with the strip mine here. They could strip mine my Windswept Teeth, potentially. But they didn't. Gonna get rid of opponent's Ancient Tomb here. I don't want to give them 4 mana. So now their opponent's stuck on land. Very good. We got a land. Also, very, very good. I actually wonder if I should even go very Zongar here. Maybe I'll go Battler. Since it feels like they have something. Like a Pyrokinesis. I'm gonna wait on the Worry Zongar for one more turn. Another Battler. Yeah, I think opponent might have a Pyrokinesis. Okay, that's really good. One more combo? Okay, wombo combo time. So they decided not to use Pyrokinesis. Okay, so they don't have Pyrokinesis. And I was just playing around the card for no reason. Oh, right. So we played 6 games with this deck. We lost 2 games to the heavy creature removal spell deck with Leyline Binding, 4 Swords, and 4 Solitudes, and Prismatic Ending. It makes sense we lost that match because they were even mainboarding Containment Priest. It was a bit of a harder game. And then we lost to Mono Black. We had to mulligan a bunch of times, and we drew a Galta, and opponent dot seized. They just reanimated and won the game. And in game 2, we mulliganed down to 5, and we lost the game. But besides that, I think the deck was relatively okay. Unfortunately, we actually didn't really see the Battler plus a Nantuko combo go off too hard. It did happen a few times, but not to the extent where, you know, we had a bunch of Battlers down to the battlefield and then attacking for a bunch of damage. But I think there is a potential with this deck. I don't think it's like too timeless playable. You're gonna get wins here and there with this deck, but I wouldn't be too comfortable playing this deck on the ladder. But for fun viable, it is definitely viable in that aspect. You're going to pop off with the natural order sometimes and you're going to win the game. A lot of the games came down to just the natural order, right? There was actually one game where we actually had a bunch of mana with the Badgermole Cub and we were able to Formidable Speaker into Crater Hope Behemoth. And some of the other cards that I kind of liked, although we lost that game when the Grist came out, I did actually enjoy the Grist in this deck. The fact that it's there, we were able to get rid of opponent's Containment Priest as a result. And because this card is a creature spell in your hand, it can't get Force Negation, which is also really good. And if they do have a mana drain, we have a Delighted Halfling to cast the Grist with it. We also got to see Nantuko on random creature so that when we played a bunch of lands down on the battlefield, it generated a bunch of tokens so that once we did have natural order, we were able to Crater Hope Behemoth for a lot of damage. There's definitely a lot of cards they could add to Timeless that would make this deck a whole lot better. Like, for example, Gaia's Cradle. Like, no doubt in my mind, I think this deck will get a whole lot better. I'm just kind of sad that we haven't really seen the Bristlebane Battler too much today. Because the star of the show was actually supposed to be the Battler plus the Nantuko if the natural order didn't come out. But today, we drew too many natural order. That's kind of the problem. We drew too many natural orders. We also didn't see Formidable Speaker when we had Chrome Moxes stuck in our hand. The whole reason why the Formidable Speaker is so good is because by putting the Chrome Mox into the graveyard, this is an artifact, it would enable the Shifting Woodland, but we never really got to see this together when the Chrome Mox was rotting in our hand. So the Chrome Mox was kind of, you know, half and half good. Sometimes it was pretty good. Sometimes it was kind of bad. If this Chrome Mox was like a Lotus Petal, it would be a lot more preferable. Right now, we don't even have Dryad to abuse the Green Sun Zenith either. And that's kind of the reason why we're only playing 2 copies of Green Sun Zenith. As for the sideboard, the Thought Seizes are going to be against like combo decks. Endurance against Reanimates. You want to bring a copy of Illustrator Shepherd if you're dealing with a bunch of counterspell decks. So that you can Green Sun Zenith into it. And then you have a copy of an Abrupt Decay so that you can get rid of things like Chalice of the Void. And you have 2 copies of Disruptor Flute against combo decks like Show and Tell, Charbelcher, and we have Dismember versus, you know, Harbingers, Magus of the Moon, or you can even bring this against Energy as well, which I did in today's video. And 2 copies of Force of Vigor. Sometimes you can bring a copy of it against Energy because they have things like Static Prison, Goblin Bombardment, things like that. So having like a copy of a Force of Vigor isn't too bad. But it's really good against like mono red, for example, because this actually gets rid of lands as well. So mono red decks play like artifact lands as well. So you can even destroy that alongside like Chrome Moxes. So the Force of Vigor not only can get rid of Blood Moon, but it can also destroy those 2 cards, Chrome Moxes or artifact lands as well, which is really good. I would say a bit of a weaker deck today, but I think it was still pretty fun. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.